David, man, I am certain I know that once people got word that you started this campaign for Thomas Sanford's family, there were people who were thinking, how could you? Why would you do this for the family of the man that just slaughtered those in your faith?
Yeah. Yeah. True. I got called evil uh Tuesday. I think it's the first time. I get called a lot of stuff, but I got called evil. I This is true, and I will tell you some of the things people have said that are critical and are saying today. Okay, this morning I got up and I retweeted, and then the second thing I tweeted was something like, "Good morning, I love you all. I'm especially impressed by those of you who are here after 3 days still trying to tell me what to do." So, but the positive responses outnumber the negatives, I think 100 to 1. And it's people who are sharing joy and gratitude and feelings of peace and generosity and love and acceptance. And I will tell you this, I've spoken to the Sanford family, to a representative of the family yesterday, and she cried a lot and I cried a lot. And one of the things she said is I can't tell you how grateful we are. We talked about the money, but it wasn't the money. I can't tell you how grateful we are for the messages of support. And she talked about going on the site and reading all on the Give, Send, Go site and reading the messages people have posted. And I think Glenn Beck on his program, maybe it was Tuesday, was reading those, right? And and how important that was for them. So that is overwhelmingly, right? Overwhelmingly, I am in this hurricane of love and beauty and joy and peace. Now, it's true. There are a few turds flying around in the hurricane. here's here's some of the criticism I get. Uh, you shouldn't be fundraising for that guy. He's a murderer. Got that. This was the guy who told me evil, called me evil, said that, right? Of course, it's ridiculous. Uh, Thomas Sanford is dead. Nobody's fundraising for Thomas Sanford, right? Um, hey, you've raised too much money for them. You need to now raise money for other victims, or usually you need to raise money for the victims now, right? And this is really my basic point from the beginning, is that the Sanford family are also victims, right? They didn't lose, man, the crazy man who slammed his truck into the church and threw gasoline on it and shot people when they came out was not what they lost. They lost the dad who went to work for the family, right? And who showed up for the little league games and who contributed in the communities. And every account you hear talking about him, yeah, he had some rough times. He got back from Iraq, hadn't been good, right? But all the accounts of who he was now are look, yes, he had a beef with Mormons, but like other than that, he was a upstanding guy in the community, right? So, but yes, I've been told you've raised too much. Now raise money for the other families, and there are fundraisers for the other families, right? And they are succeeding also, and great. That's not the thing I have done. That was going before I did anything, right? I have been told, you are shaming the Sanford family. Um, Maybe, but that's not what they said when I talked to them. Okay. Um, I have been told, this is my favorite because I think it's so dumb. Um, People are going to now go shoot Mormons because they think we'll fundraise for them afterwards. Got one guy colorfully emailed me this morning, you're putting a target on all of our backs. Um, I think this is idiotic. I've also been told I think all of these are wrong-headed, right? Uh, Obviously. Another fun one I got was, you are tricking people. They think they are contributing to the victims when actually you're collecting money from the perpetrators. And that's just obviously not true. People obviously know who they are giving to, right? It's read the comments, read the discussion in my Twitter feed. People know what they're doing. I have been 100% clear, right? So yeah, there's probably others. That's kind of the basics of what I get, you know. Um, it's worth it, it's worth it. It's been an amazing 2+ days now. Basically I go from I mean, day one, I just was kind of watching the Twitter feed, talking to people who were coming in at an astonishing rate. And then I started going, since then it's been alternate that, talk to someone in the media, that again, talk to someone in the media, right? I do nothing else really. And it's been amazing.
There's something that Jesus said about loving your enemies.
Oh yeah.
Talk about how that factors into this.
100% that's what this is about. I look, my only connection to Grand Blanc is that I'm LDS, right? And then I'm American and I'm human, right? But I, to my knowledge, had no family there. I was not there, right? Not connected to the Sanfords either. I was watching all day Sunday because of that connection, right? But 100% what this is about is the teachings of Jesus Christ. That is absolutely right. On the Give, Send, Go, I quote the Epistle of James: "Care for the widow and the orphan." This is pure religion and undefiled, right? It's literally what I'm trying to do. But yes, love your enemies, right? Uh, do good for those that hurt you. Turn the other cheek. Blessed are those who mourn, for they shall be comforted, right? Should we not comfort those who mourn? I think our obligation as people who want to follow Jesus Christ is to comfort those who mourn. And and I 100% for me, that's what it's about. I think a lot of people, right? I can't mind read 7,300 people. Who knows? But like I think many people are basically operating in that same mode, right? Because they are LDS, because they are some other kind of Christian, or because they share that morality if they're not, right? A person could absolutely, look, I know that there are Jews and that there are mainstream Trinitarian Christians who have contributed to this, and I think there are people who are just agnostics or atheists who have contributed too, right? I think on a basic human level, even people who would say, well, I don't, Jesus, whatever, but the right thing to do, man, is that yes, we got to help people who got shot and their families. And also, man, this family is at risk of being forgotten, and we should help.
I just got done talking with another pastor because they had an encounter with Thomas Sanford a week prior to the shooting in Grand Blanc, and he talked a bit about just bringing light into a dark situation.
Yeah, that's beautiful. Is this the guy? I know that Thomas tried to get his son baptized just before this happened. Is that pastor?
Yes.
Man, oh, rough to be that guy, right? Uh, I think that's right. I think it's incumbent on us, yes, as Christians, yes, as human beings, to try to do good. I think that's the real story here, right? It isn't me. What I did is very tiny. It's the 7,300 plus people who said, "What can I do?" Right? What's the light I can bring into darkness? What's the act of faith and love that I can perform now, right? And all I have done is said, "Look, here's a thing," right? And people have responded, which is beautiful. People are great.
David, thank you a ton, man. I really do appreciate you taking some time out for me. You just hit so many nails on the head, I think.
It's totally my pleasure. I really appreciate um I appreciate what you're doing. I appreciate sharing. Look, for me, it's been just beautiful, right? This is easy. My job has not been hard. It's going to get complicated. I got to sort of be really responsible with the money, and I'm trying to figure that stuff out, right? Uh, for me, it's been an experience of just 2.5 days now of just being immersed in beauty and love, right? And I think it's striking a chord. Um, with all kinds of people, and that's wonderful.